former Nigeria military officer and national security advisor under Presidents Goodluck Jonathan and Muhammad Buhari is Sambo Dasuki. Until 1988, he served as Babangida's assistant. Premium Times Nigeria is where you can find this newspaper. This publication can be found on Premium Times Nigeria and Vanguard. He helped fund and organize the 1983 military coup that brought Major General Muhammadu Buhari to power in Nigeria, ending the country's second republic. Mr. Dasuki, a major in the Nigeria Army at the time, actively participated in the coup that installed Mr. Buhari as head of state at the end of 1983 by securing the necessary funding. Nigeria State Security Service (SSS) detained Dasuki on December 1st, 2021, accusing him of embezzling $2.1 billion and giving fake contracts to purchase 12 helicopters, 4 fighter jets, and ammunition for Nigeria's military campaign against Boko Haram Islamist extremists. Buhari was appointed chairman of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation in 1977 and served in that capacity until 1978. The case of Nigeria is when you are doing something wrong and you are still praying to God, just like a thief go for a robbery, or before he goes for that robbery, he prays and say, God, please help me, let me succeed in this robbery. And maybe he goes and comes back, and maybe that day was not the way the day was supposed to be arrested. You know, most of these criminals, it is not the first, in most cases, it is not the first time they go for operation that they get caught. So they do it over and over again. Once they do it, they come back, they go again. So they think it's their by power. So when some of them, once they come back, they'll begin to say, oh, thank God that the whatever was successful. The most surprising one is when they want to go, they pray to God that they should be successful, and people were like, are you sure for real? You are going for this kind of dirty job and you are praying to God to help you. So also is the case of Nigeria. You see all the people that are brought this country to its knees, they are the ones that will come back in one way or the other to come and serve the country, and they will be celebrated. Is it not the same Dasuki that Buhari detained? Because his case was not judged, he was just detained for 4 years. For 4 years, they were telling us that he stole or he mismanaged $2.1 billion. See, today, they just kept the man for four years in custody. Whether he was jailed, which I know it is not so, but when you look at it, you say whether he was in prison without a court verdict for 4 years. At the end of the day, they just released him. That was exactly when Showoretu was detained by the DSS. And because of the US intervention, that was how they released Dasuki also. See, today, and it's been 2 years now, if not 3 years. Now we are not hearing anything concerning that case. Why did you keep him in that place? Have you gotten the money? No. Have you been able to jail him? No. Why did you keep him so long for 4 years? No reason. Why is it that nothing has been said concerning him? Because this government is going to leave, and another one will come, and nothing will be done concerning, as far as I know, as far as Nigerians are aware, the way things are being done, nothing will happen to this man. Nothing again. Unless maybe somebody just remembers one thing. But if Buhari would told us that he wanted to fight corruption and did not discover that Dasuki stole or embezzled this money we are talking about, he would have done the needful. They will tell you it was under them that the J2 APC presidents. And what happened at the end of the day? They released them. So what of other people who did not even seal up to those APC governors? They are still languishing in the prison. Now the same man we are hearing again now that he did this, he did that. As when Buhari arrested Dasuki because of this arms deal, people were insinuating a lot of things that he did, that he offended him as at that particular time. Whether this is part of what the offense that people were talking about, that he was trying to take a revenge with what Dasuki did to him. That was the reason. That was what we were hearing rumors here and there. Because at the end of the day, The man did not work in isolation. He worked with a president that gave him the order. Till today, Goodluck Jonathan never said nothing concerning that case, whether they were trying to frame Dasuki up, whether it was a revenge or whether just to paint the government of the past government before they came on board as a bad government, that they didn't do this. At the end of the day, we have been able to see how Buhari has been exposed with all the fights, corruption fights, and with what do you call it, the promises being made until today, none has been fulfilled. Cherry picking some unnecessary things, cherry picking some things that are normal things that are supposed to be done. You don't even need campaign, you don't need to promise people to do it. Those are the things that needed to be done, and those are the things that they are using to say that they are fulfilled their promises. Everything is fine, and they are even boasting to the extent that the way the APC government is going to live under Buhari government, the way they are going to live is going to be better off the way they met it. So what are we talking about? So this is their hypocrisy and what have you, because it's beginning to show that the man Buhari was just to get at Dasuki, not because of anything, because today, 7 years down the line, they have not been able to pinch the man. Okay, send him to court or jail him, or better say, discharge him and acquit him based on your findings. But today, nothing happened. You just kept him for 4 years, and I was just wondering there, what was the noise all about? What was the noise all about? Who is Sambo Dasuki to fund a coup in 1983? He participated as directed by his seniors, but definitely nothing to do with funding the coup. I wonder where the Premium Times and Vanguard got their information from. Sambo Dasuki, if all took part in the coup that brought Buhari to power in December 31st, 1983, he might have participated in the coup, but just a participant and not as someone who funded the entire coup. The likes of Lawan, Gwadabe, Abdulmumin, Aminu, Abubakar, Umar, some others who took part in that coup are not even mentioned here. You are bringing Dasuki in up to the essence of him funding a military coup, then not even talking about the likes of Aliyu, Gusau, Babangida, and Co. are talking about Dasuki. Abba Malam, please go and do your research very well on this topic. You know nothing for saying this, that Dasuki of 4 people. That means you know nothing. It is so funny that many coups have happened in the zoo, jungle Nigeria, but now only 1966 coup by Nzegu. Everybody carry for head. Nigeria is a deep Igbophobia entity, and that of 1975, Dimka and others. Now that be coup. The rest na change of leadership. Mr. Writer, it's not Dambu, this one is correcting the Dambu, it's Sambu Dasuki. What is the correction between funding the Buhari coup and Buhari being the chairman of NNPC? Buhari is paying him back now with a different side of the coins. He also participated fully in the coup that removed Buhari and Idiagbon. In fact, he was the one that was sent to arrest and detain Buhari by Babangida. So guys, yeah, your opinion, let's be known in the comment section.